Hi, it's Nick on the 7th of December with this week's theme of 7 pivotal poems to touch you deeply. And here's the fourth one, another relatively short poem. I came across this a few years ago. I actually got to meet the author of the poem, Kim Rosen. I hosted an evening for her in London. It was an amazing evening because she is of the kind of opinion and belief that poems come into our lives at particular points and they can be real pivotal poems. She wrote a book called Saved by a Poem and has the idea that, you know, sometimes a poem just speaks to us so deeply that it almost saves our life. You know, it helps us stay alive, stay sane. And this is one of her poems called In Impossible Darkness. So again, I'll read it and I'll just share a bit more and then I'll post it underneath so you can read it. In Impossible Darkness. Do you know how the caterpillar turns? Do you remember what happens inside a cocoon? You liquefy. There in the thick black of your self-spun womb, void as the moon before waxing, you melt, as Christ did for 3 days in the tomb. Conceiving in impossible darkness the sheer inevitability of wings. Isn't that beautiful? Because it sounds like quite a dark poem in a way, and it is in many respects. I'm sure you can relate to that experience of feeling like, you know, you were one thing and then you've kind of, your sense of identity in who you are and where you're going can almost feel like they're just disintegrating, and you can feel like you're just that mulch that isn't yet the butterfly. I've certainly felt that on many occasions. But to conceive in that impossible darkness that the wings are on their way, to me that's just such a wonderful image, metaphor, whatever it is. So yes, this poem has touched me at various points in my life where I felt myself in that impossible darkness, and just anticipating the wings forming and emerging and being ready to fly again. And it always has happened, but it requires faith. You know, to undergo a transformation, to undergo some kind of metamorphosis, does require a faith that there is something drawing us to a new way of being, a new way of showing up in the world. So I hope you enjoyed that. God bless. Be back tomorrow with another poem. Bye-bye.